Hello, beautiful gem, and welcome to the Syafire Star. This is episode 8 of 10. Oh my goodness, you've made it so far. If you've made it this far, go buy yourself some boba, get some strawberry pockies. Just take good care of yourself because you deserve the world for committing to your artwork and your animation and to a program like Live2D, so I am proud of you. In this episode, we're going to be learning more in depth about how to use the Animator in Live2D Cubism. In the last episode, we briefly touched on it, but this time we'll actually go through making face expressions together and walking through that step by step. If this is your first time using Live2D and you're looking to purchase it, make sure you check out my coupon code in the description below so that you can get a deal. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we will do is open the model you've been working with, of course. And the first expression I'll be working on showing you is shy. Now, I did get a cheek blush toggle here that I made before this video, so it's very simple, very much like what we've done earlier. You just have a -1 point to a 1 point. It's like turning on and off a light switch. And all I did for this is I went to the blush layer, and at our 0 point, we change it to 0 opacity, and then as it goes to the right, it will be 100 opacity. So it's just like fading in and out. So that happened with both of these, the constellation layer and the temporary blush. Alright, so as we learned previously, we'll go to File, New, Animation. Let's select SDK. Go ahead and click OK. We want to make sure this is the same size as our model over here. Our model over here, we can go up to File, Canvas Settings, and go ahead and write a note like on a sticky notepad in front of you, what the measurements are. And then we'll go back to this scene, and we're going to go down here, uncheck Fix Aspect Ratio, and type in the numbers of your canvas. So mine's 6164 by 10795. And then we'll go ahead and click Enter, and now it should be that size. Great, and next we're going to want to drop our model in. So if you don't know where your model's located, we'll go to File, Save As, and then we'll open an Explorer, and this should show us where our model is. It's right here, version 2. I'll just cancel out of that, navigate back to our scene, then we'll go ahead and drop this in here. We'll just click OK. So she looks a little bit bigger than the canvas lengthwise. So I'm just going to go ahead, hold down Shift, and make her a little bit smaller. Now that we have her as the right file size and all that is good to go, the drop down that you want to make sure is open is Live2D parameters. So we'll open this, and we'll first go to her brows. So this is where all our parameters are that we've already made. So what I would like to do is go to 18 seconds in, and we're going to make the angle of the eyebrow tilt a little bit this way. And we're also going to tilt this one this way as well. So see how these two keyframes appeared? Now we'll go back to 0, and I'm going to right click, snap these back to the points so that it's moving across. I usually will start with where the final keyframe is and then just reset it back to whatever the normal should be at 0 so I can see what it looks like first. So next we'll keep this on 18, and I'm going to mess with the form as well. We can maybe tilt this in a little bit, and now I actually kind of want to tilt these back because I think they're a little too far. So let's try that, and now we'll want to make sure these are snapped back at 0 again so that they're having that full transformation. Okay, great. And now for the blush toggle, I have some draw order things I'm going to have to fix there because her eye is red. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, it has been fixed for the moment. And now for the blush toggle, we'll go to 18 as well, and we'll turn that on. And then we'll go back to 0, and we'll make sure that the blush toggle is at 0. So now we can see that it's turning on and off. And lastly, I'm going to do a slight open mouth for shy. So we'll drop down the mouth menu, and we're going to do kind of like a slightly open mouth here, and then we'll go here, and then I'll turn it back to normal. So now she has the full transformation from normal face expression to looking a little nervous or shy, and save the file so that we can come back and edit it if we would like again. And I'm saving it as expression shy Saya. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Shy Saya. Alright, let's move on to anger next. Next, I just repeated the same process and created a new scene called Angry Saya, and we also have Sai Shaya as another scene. So for angry, let's start with the face. The biggest thing for angry is definitely going to be the eyebrows, so we're going to drop down the eyebrow, and we're going to snap the R in left angle at 0, and I'm going to move to 18 seconds, and then we'll snap it this way. And I definitely want to move them in a little bit because I think they're a little bit far, so we'll go back to 0, and I'm going to snap these two to the center, then go to 18, and we're just going to move those in a bit. So then she kind of has that angry look. We could probably move the brows down a little bit too on the Y-axis. So let's go ahead and drop these 2 points at 0 by right clicking on the middle dot. And then I'm also going to bring this down about here. So that looks pretty angry. Now she looks evil because she has like a slight smile too. So with that being said, we'll go to the mouth. Let's drop a point here and then we'll move it to the 18 again. And then maybe we'll do like a yelling kind of face expression. So when she goes, ah, angry. This one's good to go. We'll Control S to save. And next we'll do another new animation, SDK. Next on our list is excited. So again, I'm going to start with the eyebrows. We're going to want to lift them up. So let's just snap to 0 points right here and then go to 18 and we'll bring them up. I think I'm going to do a tilt to the side a little bit as well. So maybe we can do like kind of like that for the surprised look. And then we'll slide back to 0 and just make sure these are snapped back to their regular points. So now we have those eyebrows raising. We could probably widen the eyes a little bit as well. So let's go to the eyeball. So this is my normal open. We can do the wider look snapped to the right. And then here we can have it be a little bit close. So see how the eyes get a little bit wider? I did that purposefully for the surprised look. You can add that in your own parameters if you would like. And then we'll do that here as well. So they're like, wow, are you serious? Are you? Okay, so next we will scroll down to the mouth and let's do kind of a happy like O face. We'll go right there and then we'll just have it normal there. So she'll go, wow. All right, and there's our surprised look. So let's rename our scene to Saya Surprised, Control S, and we'll save this one as expression surprised. Perfect. And the next one on the list is going to be excited. Let's go to File, New, Animation, SDK. For this one, I'm going to kind of do almost like a worried excited just to mix it up a bit. So let's open our brow. We'll go to 18 seconds, and I'm going to bring the form down a bit for each side. And then we'll snap back to the original. All right, and next we will also widen the eyes here, which they already are, so then I'm going to just bring them back for this. So we'll have the eyes widening as well with that. And then we're going to do a smile. This might even be more of a nervous look, to be honest with you, but it's fine. Maybe we should just make this one sad. She just ended up starting to look super sad. Poor Saya. I don't have a tear emoji for her. That's fine though. We can do a sad one. Then we can do a little bit of that blush there too. Yeah, we're gonna change this to Saya sad. Alright, so then we can save that out. Next, it's time to do a body animation. So we'll do new animation, SDK. Let's change our points here. And for this one, we're just gonna say arm happy. I don't really have a great name for it. So we'll just do arm happy. And same thing, we'll drop down our parameters. And I'm gonna go down to the arms. We'll go to the 18 seconds. I'm gonna expand this a little bit so we can see. And then we're gonna flail the arms out just a little bit there. And then we'll snap them back to 0. So she'll go, yay! So very simple movement here. Again, the ceiling, the sky, space is your limit. Whatever you apply to your model with everything we've learned in the earlier episodes is what you'd be able to apply here. So she has just her arms going out. And the cool thing is next is if we want to copy this arm movement, we can highlight these two keyframes, Command C, copy, go back to Saya Surprise, for example, and paste it in. So now she has a combo of her arms moving with the surprise. Like, oh man, oh my. And now finally, we'll go back to our main file. We'll go up to File, Export for Runtime, Export as MO3 file, and it's going to take a second again to load. And once our export settings are up, we can go ahead and click export. And after you make sure your newest version of your model is exported, we can go to our animation files that we want to export, go up to File, Export for Runtime, Export as Motion. We'll just click OK here. Make sure we bake the lip sync and eye blink into the motion. And then we'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll save this along with our other file. And we'll just select the same settings it looks like it is. So we'll go ahead and click OK. Save that one too. There we go. Export for runtime, motion file. Okay. And lastly, the arm file. And now we should have all of those in there, which is great. Once you have your model loaded up and ready to go in VTube Studio, we can open the settings icon, navigate to the film button here, And what we'll do is scroll down until we can click A+, and here we'll select hotkey action to play animation. So the Motion 3 file is the ones that we saved when we are exporting. You want to make sure this is in the VTube Studio folder where the rest of your files are, all these motion files, which again was when we are here on our animation in Live2D Cubism and we had exported it as the motion file. So you want to make sure those are dropped in here. And then we'll go ahead and select animation, and let's just do Syafire, select, and we'll do an F1 for the key. We'll select that. This could be any key you want. I'm going to click F1, and there my shy animation is. Now this is the case where you maybe wouldn't want to animate the mouth if you're still going to be talking during that animation. Totally depends on your use case. And next, let's just do a surprise, and we'll zoom out a little to see if we can see the little arm motion. And let's type F1, and there it is! Yay, the arms are moving, and we got the animation working. Yay, you did it! Amazing job! In the next video, we're gonna start adding physics. As you can see, my hair and necklace bouncing around. We're gonna be adding physics in the next video, so I'm very excited. Make sure to grab some popcorn, grab some snacks, and let's keep going.